In this video, we'll talk about how you can add group breaks to a list control on a UX component. So you can see here we have a simple list based on the customer table from Northwind, and you can see that the data has been grouped by country. And in addition to the group heading, we also have a summary value showing the number of records in the particular group. So as we scroll through our data here, we see all of the group breaks and then the summary value over there. So now let's go back to the builder and actually see how this was done. So I'm going to actually switch to a new component here which has a list view showing the same data, but in this particular case we haven't yet added any group breaks. So here's the data, and you can see that the data is currently being sorted by customer ID, which is the default order for this table. So we'll go back to design mode now and open up the list builder and scroll down and turn on group breaks. So here's our options. Choose our break field. So we're going to break on the country field. We can specify that the break should be case sensitive or not. By default, breaks are case insensitive. And now we can go and define the template for the header. If we don't define a template, then when we go over and look at the field, you can see that Alpha 5 has just automatically created its own header template by just simply putting in the break field. But we can customize the header text over here, so let's go ahead now and do that. So we'll go back now to the header template now, and we'll type in, say, country, and then we'll insert a placeholder for the break field over there. And now let's put in open paren, and now let's insert a summary value. So we'll go there and choose country, and then we'll choose count over there. So there's our summary value. So now what we're going to see is country followed by the value of the break field followed by the count. So we'll go ahead now and then click OK, and then go over to working preview, and now we can see that there's the static text country, and now the break field Argentina, and then 3, which is the count of the number of records in that group. But you'll see that the break field value in the header now is all in uppercase, and the reason that it's all in uppercase is that we chose case insensitive group breaks. So Alpha 5 converted the country to an uppercase before computing the break. So since we would like to display the country name in the header in its natural case, we'll go back now and edit the template, and so here we go into the template. Now inside these curly brackets we can put any X-basic expression. So I'm going to say lower, which converts the whole string to lowercase, and then I'm going to put F underbar upper, which then converts the lowercase string to a first letter capital. So go ahead now and then go ahead and then go to working preview, and you can see now we have our list with the country name in the correct form. So we've added group breaks here. Also the data now was automatically sorted by country, even though we didn't specify a sort order, because it has to be sorted by the break field in order for the breaks to work correctly. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video. So now we're continuing our discussion about inserting group breaks into a list control, and you can see here we have our list, and it's got a group break on country. But if we, for example, click on a column to sort, everything gets messed up, and the reason that it gets messed up is that this sort took place as a client-side sort. So in order to allow sorting to work when you've got group breaks turned on, you really have to do server-side sorting. So let's go back now to the builder and then go over to list properties and then go to list layout, and you can see that for each column in the list there's a can sort property, which says can you sort on that column, and then also sort where, which can either be set to client side or server side. So we want to basically do all of our sorting on the server side so that the group breaks can be inserted into the data. So we're going to go here and change all of these columns now to server-side sorting. And then when you select server-side sorting, you can actually specify what the server-side sort expression is. So for example, when you click on, say, the company name field, you might want to sort on company name plus, say, and then also contact name in descending order, or something like that. So you can specify an arbitrary SQL expression that will actually be used as the sort expression. So let's go ahead now and then click on working preview. And now when I do sorting, you can see that the sorting takes place within the group. So now I'm sorting by company name, and the actual sort expression that got used was country, and then within country by company name. So you can see here that the sorting now is taking into account the group breaks. So let's go back now to the builder and look at some of the other options that we have. So now we can see that in addition to the header template, we also have the option of creating what are called continuation headers. So a continuation header is only meaningful if you've paginated the data. And if you have paginated the data, then you want the group header to be different if you are in a group that has been started on a previous page and is continuing on to this page. So let's go ahead now and create an example where we actually use a continuation header. So you can see here that what we've done now is we've turned on pagination on this list control. So we're only displaying the first page of data right now, and we need to hit the next button now to continue to go through the data. But you can see now that, for example, on the first page here, the group for Brazil has 9 records, but only 3 records are currently being shown. So when we go to next now, you can see that it now says continued. So, and here are the remaining 6 records for Brazil. So let's go back now and take a look here at what we did. So in order to get this working, we turned on pagination, and we set our pagination method to navigation buttons. And then in our group header, let's just go and delete this text right now and then add it again. We added the continuation header flag. We said that the text to display is just going to be continued if the header is a continuation from the previous page. And continuation headers are limited to the following situations: SQL data, group breaks turned on, list paginated, and the pagination method set to navigation buttons. So then this expression got generated automatically for me. There's a flag called header flags dot continued, and if that is true, then we're going to display this text. Otherwise we're going to display nothing. So let's go ahead now again and run this, and there you can see that on the first page there we have no continuation headers, but now there's Brazil and it's continued. And now here's Denmark, it's continued from the previous page. There's France, that's continued from the previous page. Germany continued from the previous page, etc. So continuation headers are a very nice touch that you can use when using group headers. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video.